touchdown, better broke down.
With Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see that.
All right.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
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 What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
Agada.
Mbijan raganyadi.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyinji.
Okay. Korsa. Nsila ID soto.
Ah, sa soto. Sorry. Agada.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka. Mbare ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto ni kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi mani domorol ni fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moy o diat ha.
Apelenta
baraka ba. Ni lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
Hello and welcome to the brunch on Kerr, Fatou. I'm Cham, welcoming you to another edition of our current affairs program that looks at major events of the week. Of course, we have been preoccupied with the fight against COVID and the Gambian situation last week and the weeks prior to that. Today we touch a little bit of politics because it's been a fiery exchange between the opposition Gambian Democratic Congress GDC and members of the National People's Party of President Barrow. It went up to a point when the opposition were calling for the impeachment of President Barrow over things they said are legal things that are impeachable. We will talk about all that because I have on my left MC Cham Jr. Of the GDC and Essa Dampha of the NPP. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Good. People would say, wow, it's no time for politics, but you two were at each other's throat. But first, let's talk about something that will concern, I know, both of us, despite your political affiliations. That is, we just got a statement, I think over the last couple of hours there, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, expressing concern, like in many other African countries did, about the plight of Africans, in this case Gambians, in China. And we had, before we come on air, we heard from people in China, Gambians in China, talking about how they are living there. Let me begin with Essa Dampha. You were following events from China, of late, of course, and there are Africans, Gambians included, complaining that they've been taken out of accommodations, hotels, and they've been blamed for carrying the COVID-19, which we all know, frankly, started with in some Chinese markets, and the Chinese were the first people to have infected the entire world. How did you react to that?
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham. First and foremost, I just want to extend my greeting to that's the Mr. MC Cham, that I share the platform with, and also our viewers wherever they might be. Mr. Cham, this incident is very unfortunate incident. It really did not make any sense at all. If somebody should come and insinuate this virus with Africans or black people, because we all know the genesis of the virus started from their own market. So really, it's going to be very. It could be there's an ulterior motive, their actions, but really, it's not about the spread of the virus or the genesis of the virus being coming from the black people or the Africans. But nonetheless, as the issue was been unfolding, I've also been keenly following. The authorities said it started from the local authorities around at Guangzhou. I don't know either Guangzou, if I'm right. But they say, as I'm just aware of the press briefing that the Minister of Foreign Affairs or Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs in China with the ambassadors, the African countries ambassadors who summoned them to disclose the issue and to show their really disappointment and on their grievances to the actions that the local people are doing in that locality. But the deputy minister was saying it was like local people who were acting these kind of actions. Exactly. But the situation there will be put to halt and will be put under control because it's very paranoid. Even the central government did not welcome it, and they want to quickly make a stop to it. So also African countries, also we've seen a lot of African countries summoning the ambassadors of China, in their various countries, discussing with them and also to put their attention to the unfortunate incident. Also, they are also saying, the ambassadors like Ghana yesterday I was watching, he's saying that is very unfortunate. They term Africa as their second home. So if Chinese at their own countries should do this, kind of actions, really is very shameful and is regrettable, and they are working tirelessly to return things to the normal situations at that moment. Even the Gambia here, you've seen, as you rightly said, the foreign ministry called the ambassador and they invited him to shed light, for him to shed light on the issue, unfolding issue at their country, his country of origin, China. So he's also saying that they are trying to put the matter under control.
The latest I had, like I said just before we came on air, I was speaking to a Gambian in China who said even in the areas where the lockdown is over, Chinese people are going about their business, but Africans will have to need a certificate before they can go out. And if you go, you can only go once in a week. You cannot go all the time in a week, even if you get that certificate. So they call it completely discriminatory. MC Cham, why would you think the situation will come to this? And what do you really make out of this? The Chinese now throwing Africans from their accommodations and blaming them for COVID-19 and subjecting them to, I'm sure, forceful testing, etc., etc.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham. First of all, I would like to welcome my brother, who is Essa Dampha. This is not the first time we share the same platform with him. And I also want to say that it was very unfortunately, we see such kind of thing happen in China. But I would like to recall that I once wrote something on my Facebook page that the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Minister of Higher Education should come out and make a press conference. We know the pride and the concern of the government in China on Italy, but we have not seen any press conference or press release from the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And
they did one couple of hours
so back. A couple of hours back. Yeah. So I think that all these things you can be blamed by the ministry because early preparation we needed at the early stage. They should have come on inform the Gambian people. These are the plight of the people in Gambia, in China. What are the preparations for them to return them back to home? So this way, I think that we lack that area. That's why we lack a division and the direction that we have in the government. But they should have come out at the early stage, at the beginning, inform Gambians that this was happening. Well, what happened in China right now, definitely everybody should condemn it. It's very wrong, and I think personally I have condemned it. It's not. We don't expect this from China.
Some countries in Africa have, like Mr. Dampha said, even threatened retaliatory moves. Like we saw in a video in Guinea, people physically arresting Chinese people, saying they would have to wait what happens to their Guinean citizens in China before they can decide what to do with the Chinese. So it has come to that point.
Even in Kenya, I think.
In Kenya, same. Yeah. And so, Mr. Dampha, would it be appropriate or would it be too far-fetched if the Gambia government will go extra, to take very, very proactive measures over this matter? Or what do you understand from the press? It's barely said that the Gambia is expressing concern about it, and it has urged the Chinese authorities to register their disappointment or their concern about the plight of itself. So shouldn't we go further and be more proactive and tell the Chinese in their eyes that, look, you can't do this?
Yeah, this is really should be the concern of every patriotic citizen. countries that are affected by this move of the Chinese government. But my own take is like, let us give chance to diplomacy first and see what will happen. Now we resorted to a diplomatic move to call the embassies and to call our embassies that are down there, calling the foreign minister of China to at least draw their attentions to what is happening to our citizens. And now they also say they're going to do something to stop it immediately. Let us see, either things will stop at that point or it will continue. If it is continued beyond the boundary or beyond the control, then we also can just take another step to see what will happen.
According to the Gambian we spoke to just before we came on air, actually the preoccupation of the Gambians there is to get help from the Gambia government to get them out of China at all costs. That's what they want. And there are people who maybe are on Chinese scholarships, they've been threatened that their scholarships will be withdrawn if they should speak against, of course, China generally to speak your mind is a problem. There's a lot of restrictions on what you can say and what you can do. So this whole thing fall on it. But MC, if you were in government today, would you just arrange for your citizens to come back from there? What would be your position? Given the fact that we have a lot of help from China. China is building bridges and they built us a conference center. There are a lot of packages coming from there. So don't you think this has put African governments in a corner? They cannot shout very loudly against China.
No, I think that you can complain it, or you can even bring your citizens back to the country. That's why we need a proactive government. At the early stage, I think the government should have put all these measures, all these arrangements, that we have a Gambians in China and Italy, even in Senegal. Some of Gambians are now there in Senegal struggling to come back home. So I think that the government should try to put all these measures in place. It's not about to depend more on China. I think that it's high time we take responsibilities as a government. That's why we have this problem. Because the problem that we are having at the early stage, when there was the virus in China, they should have put a lot of measures in place so that they can...
Well, they did. They sent them money. Because and the advice then was sensible for them to stay than to come to the Gambia and possibly infect Gambians. Well, that is of course they want to protect Gambians from people who come from
So
China.
they didn't have money.
So the students stayed put, or the students and some other Gambians stayed put. They were helped with some money from the Gambia, which they appreciate. But then of course that's why when we talked to them last time, they were wondering why, if the government advised them not to come here for fear of infecting Gambians, where were other people flying from other parts of the countries and coming to infect Gambians, like in the case of our first
case in
so
from UK.
Those are all issues now. But what can the Gambia government do?
Right now, I think what they can do now, let them, like what my brother say, diplomacy, try to engage the Chinese embassy or the Chinese government, discuss with them. Because I think citizenship is number one. It's the responsibility of the government to protect your citizens. So if we give them sponsors, that means that you have to take care of their life and everything in China. So I think that let's try to engage them through
diplomats. According to the Chinese, the Gambians we spoke to in China just a little while ago, they said there's only a protocol officer and a charge d'affaires. And if you talk to them, they will tell you, we have called Banjul, we have public thing, and nothing will come out.
No, I don't.
So if you talk about diplomatic means there, for them they said that is pointless.
That's why I say
because they have been trying a lot to get to the Gambian authorities. The embassy said had only a protocol officer and a charge d'affaires.
No, we have a problem.
Have not done any tangible things by way of help from Banjul.
No, I think here it's not about blaming game, but as for now, government we have a problem. All our ministries, all our departments, all of the places have a problem. That's our problem. That's the hard fact, whether we like it or not. Okay. But Gambia have a problem.
All right, you have delved into politics so soon, but then we can go ahead. Mr. Dampha, the National Assembly member for Jimara constituency, this week caused a stir. He said National Assembly members, his fellow National Assembly, should consider impeaching President Barrow for what he said numerous cases of misconduct, illegal things that he thinks, and I guess he's very much sure his party thinks that are impeachable conducts, things such as dishing out of money secretly, allegedly bribing National Assembly members, dishing out 50 pickups from state allegedly, and a so far unknown donor. All these activities, according to them, among others, really, tantamount to, conducts that are impeachable. And they even asked the president, that the president should be impeached. The NPP really fired back to say that, in fact, those thoughts and those ideas are far-fetched and misplaced. And in fact, the NAM himself, that's the assembly member himself, could really, the things can backfire. He himself could face possible recall. So there was this up and down. But it looks like generally, if you look at it now, you find out that the fiery exchange now is more bitter even than other parties and NPP. It looks like somebody said, the NPP and GDC really have some personal grudges against each other. One, some said because both leaders come from one place, that's Jimara. So this is where the local rivalry is what is playing on the national stage now. What do you make of this?
Yeah, thank you very much. First and foremost, where I'm going to start, it is like the proclamation that the National Assembly member made really is really very unfortunate for my own take. It's lack of merit, malicious for that matter. Because, Alagi Sow is not an ordinary member in the society.
That's
the
National Assembly member for Jimara.
National Assembly member. So he cannot just be cry baby or be talking helplessly, like somebody who do not know, have help or seeking for help. Now, we all know the National Assembly members, they have the right to assume their oversight functions, including to look the daily activities of the executive. If he sees that anything that is happening that is very unconstitutional and is impeachable offense, he shouldn't have waited to call press or press. He should have done his job. He should have just sponsored a motion and draw his colleagues' attention to the matter. Look, me, I'm just bringing this motion here, and I want you to support it. We have to impeach the president because that's a gross violation of the Constitution. One, this is my first reason. Two, this is my second reason. Three, this is my third reason. So he should have at least engaged his fellow lawmakers on debate on that issues by bringing them the tangible evidences and undoubtable evidences for that matter, so that to convince them to channel to that road. But he could have, if he could have just wait until everything goes down and start engaging the media and saying something like a helpless someone who did not know his. That's a standing order in the assembly. He defied all those things. And now, when I just read his, to know exactly his reasons for impeachment, for calling the president to be impeached, all those things, I don't think there's a really substance in those claims. For my own, but when you talk about the National Assembly members being bribed of giving $10,000, Mr. Cham, that is very confusing here. Somebody who give you car, who gave them the car that they are just?
But even that car
no, what I'm saying, he did not make mention of it because he know that he is affected in that.
No, Dampha, I think, can I come, Cham?
No, you have to wait for your
No, can I come?
No, you have to wait for your turn. You have to wait for your turn. Well, I mean, the issue of the cars was also part of the problems they listed.
But he did not list that one.
So you are
for him,
saying
I'm just saying him. I'm just saying him.
Because he's using the car.
No, that's what I'm saying.
All right. But
maybe
you agree that there's a problem in that one.
Maybe.
Nobody knows who donated the car.
No. What I'm saying.
And the people of Joy did not, for the same reason, they did not pick the pickup.
I want to concur with my colleague at the party level who said so. Alagi should be recalled. He is unfit to be a National Assembly member.
Yeah, why?
He defied the oath. Because he should have started his homework where Joy did. Because when the cars were available, they said, no, we're not going to take the cars.
They still didn't.
Despite that they were interested in cars, because they said we need cars.
Yes.
Some of their MPs now, they're still joining Gela-Gelas and the taxis. But despite that, they said, no, we are not an ordinary member of the society. We should assume our duty to take the executive to account. When we've seen something of that nature, we just try to ascertain where the source is, and the source we are not disclosed to us. So we cannot jump in line and take the vehicle like that. Tomorrow, what are we going? Can we take our duty? We cannot do that. So they now, if it's about morality,
Yes.
they are at the better chance to teach us what is the morality, but not people like Alagi who grab the opportunity to take the vehicle.
So
and today, maybe he was lobbying this 10,000. He did not get it. So he started counting from there. He did not talk about car. He was lobbying for that 10,000. He did not get it. Maybe he just noticed that some of his colleagues get it, but he did not get it. Secondly, Yakumba's case. He also made mention about Yakumba's case.
Yes, he said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yakumba's case, you know, the president is the one who nominated Yakumba.
Yes. The president?
And he's the one who nominated Yakumba.
Exactly, yes.
And our own view, he can also recall Yakumba. He can also terminate his nomination.
Well, that's
when the nomination is terminated, automatically Yakumba could have lost his seat. But now, if Yakumba challenged the decision of the executive to take the president to court or the executive to court, to say there should be total separation of power. You have no mandate to remove me from after taking the oath as National Assembly member. Now that is live for interpretation at the Supreme Court. Then the matter was submitted to Supreme Court for interpretation. And now when the Supreme Court did their job, they came with the verdict. They say yes, honorable members shouldn't be removed from our position by the executive because of why? There should be a separation of power, independence of the three arms of government. So now, after much of that proclamation from the Supreme Court, what was the position of the executive?
That they will obey.
They will obey. Now, somebody who obeyed the law, do you have the right to recall that person or impeach that person because of unlawful behavior? Had it been that the executive did not adhere to the dictate of the Supreme Court, they are subverting the will of the Supreme Court or the verdict of the Supreme Court.
Then
so
that could be impeachable.
That could be impeachable. Okay. So, but those are the reasons why I said Alagi did not do his homework thoroughly.
Okay.
So he should be recalled.
He should be recalled.
Yes.
You agree with presidential advisor?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He should be recalled.
That he should be recalled.
He should be recalled.
He did say also that they have the capacity, the NPP, to mobilize 2/3 majority to impeach, rather to recall the. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I believe because Gustavo is from that area.
But
he is the one.
But GDC won. Although he said that was accidental.
No,
I don't know how accidental was.
What happened? The presidential they won. Yeah. The National Assembly they won.
Yes.
The councillorship
they won.
They took one.
Yes.
And we took one.
Yes.
All right.
We took one.
Yes.
We took one.
No, listen.
It's not NPV.
You are coming.
No.
Don't cross over. Yes. Okay.
It's not
the National Assembly. They won.
You are right.
Now listen,
it's not
they won
NPP.
the National Assembly.
It's not MPP.
Yes.
Huh? But because of the president, I know because of the president, we won that.
The coalition won that.
Won that one.
Whoever,
because the party was part of us.
Yes.
Now, okay, that shows you we are injecting our support base. Yeah. We are spreading our tentacles to all corners of Jimara. Today. If we should resort to recalling Alagi, before 2 weeks, Alagi will be down.
Okay, let's get it. Now, Mr. Cham of the GDC. Now, what do you make of this problem? Okay, many people said this rivalry between GDC and NPP, which seems to be even more fiery now than NPP and UDP, it all boils down to the fact that the GDC cannot still live with the fact that the man they have defeated at the polls at the National Assembly elections, that the man they've always beaten in either constituency or local level is now president. You cannot live with that fact. So you have a personal grudge in you against the president, being a president, because you felt that he doesn't deserve it. You beat him at all elections. You cannot still live with the fact that he is the president. Is that the problem?
No, I think, Mr. Cham, the word grudge, you need to withdraw that word.
Well, that's what they said.
Yeah, because I think that GDC make Adam Barrow to be president. Without GDC, still now Jam is at State House.
You are looking at the picture of the votes
that
went to GDC.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Could have gone to.
Yeah,
but GDC certainly do not wish him to be president.
No, we acknowledge him. We recognize him as the president.
Okay,
after he's won, we are the first person to call him that, congratulate him that.
We accept it. But I think that people believe you still don't give him the respect.
No, we give him the respect, but we are an opposition.
Because you have a local rival.
We have to put our account to the government. Okay. Whatever he's doing, we have to challenge him when he's right, he's wrong. We have to do it. We have to say that he's wrong. But I think that.
But you hardly praise him.
And I was very much disappointed from Dusan when he was saying that they should recall or they might recall. They don't even know the condition. That's why we have problem. The case that was happening to Yakumba against Barrow, this happened to nobody can recall him as for now. It's in the constitution But you need to pass a bill to the assembly. It should be voted by 2,000 national members. So that you have the power. How can you recall a member of parliament? People need to know. But you cannot just gather 2,000 people from there. Now we don't like Alaiso because he called for impeachment of the president, so he have to be recalled.
So in the first place, you are saying the idea itself is ill-informed.
Yeah, definitely. Because right now you need to know the law. You cannot recall in something like that. That means that we have a problem. If Dusano say that Alaiso is an incompetent or is an accidental national assembly members, I think that he should be very mindful. Because everybody know that President Barrow is the most accidental president in this country.
No, President Barrow cannot be accidental. He
was
nominated by a convention.
No, we know that how that the convention was going. You know everything. It was cooked. It was everything was happened that it was rich. Everybody know that. But I'm telling you that.
Was accidental there. That's what I want you to say.
Because everybody know that Barrow cannot deliver.
7 parties.
Me and you know that Barrow cannot move this country forward.
No, listen now. That's different from how been accidental.
So
people voted for him knowing that.
Even Alisa was voted in office.
Yeah, now listen very carefully.
With a comfortable.
Say it was accidental. People want to know. You want to say? I mean, I think it's probably the UDP is more well positioned to say that. They could say, well, because Laya Dabo was not here, so we had to come for somebody. So that was accidental. But the people of the Gambia voted for him, knowing that this is the man we wanted to vote.
People of Jimara vote for Alaji Sow. And Alaji Sow won comfortable.
According to there was a misunderstanding.
There is no misunderstanding. Dusana was campaigning against Alaji Sow and with Adama Barrow, and all of them, they were campaigning. They even sponsors the candidate with finances, aspect, everything. But every day we want the seat. So I think Alaji Sow have enough reasons that Barrow should be in pick.
Okay, look at those reasons that Mr. Dampha just ran through. He said they're not strong enough.
No, Alaiso did not even mention. Barrow did not give Alaiso a vehicle.
No, he didn't.
Alaiso was given the vehicle by a National Assembly member at the National Assembly. At the clerk.
But who gave the vehicles?
Alaiso was given the vehicle by the clerk.
But the vehicles came from
the
where?
vehicle name was not Adam Barrow name was not
there.
there.
When they were presenting the vehicles, the speaker or the clerk said they are from President Barrow.
But the clerk,
I know very well.
According to what Alaiso and our colleague at the Assembly, what they say, our member of parliament, the car was given to them by the clerk of the Assembly. When their term is finished, they have to run the car back to the Assembly.
But when the car was been given, it was said there that they came from the President.
But the President's name was not there.
No, it was said they came from
the President. It was given by them by the clerk of the Assembly. It was not the President.
So GDC didn't know when those people were questioning.
No,
GDC didn't know about that.
GDC definitely. What I'm saying, the car was given to them by the clerk of the Assembly. It's not
the President.
I don't know actually, but what they say is from the clerk. It's from the clerk of the Assembly. When their term is finished, they have to return the car back to the Assembly.
So the GDC didn't know that these cars were donated to parliamentary from President Barrow. The GDC didn't know that.
What I know, what I understand, what we call our MPs, we sit with them, we discuss with them. They say the car is from the Assembly.
Okay, the car is, so what were the reasons? Reasons such as
we have a lot of reasons.
The revocation of.
Alaiso have enough reasons, and even Gambians have enough reasons why Barrow should be in pick.
Can we go through those?
Of course, the Yakumba case.
Yeah, okay.
It's abuse of power.
Yes.
Everybody know that it's abuse of power. He uses power to dismiss Yakumba, and he don't have the right.
And the Supreme Court corrected it.
Correct him. So
but he obeyed the Supreme Court.
Despite you obey it, but you have already abused the power.
Okay.
Despite you obey it.
Okay. After the act is already good.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have seen the diplomatic passport for that. Still now we have in the Janet Commission recommendation that some people have to take it to court. But see now,
others were supposed to have been banned.
But still now he don't even implement it. How many millions of dollars have been put in the Janet Commission?
Hundreds of millions.
We have seen all those things. We have seen the Ombudsman office, Mr. Babukar. He was rejected by National Assembly, but the man was still working, despite having been rejected by the Assembly. After I get the information, and I wrote it at my Facebook page, from there they start saying that the man have to stop.
So all those things you believe, according to Mr. Sow and yourself, are enough reasons.
Enough reason. Alai Sow have enough reasons. And he was just saying that he was calling his member of parliament that now let's come together and file impeachment. He was calling his colleague. But that does not mean that Alai Sow should not change the president.
Okay.
If you change the president, they have to recall you. Nobody, as for now, no electorate have the right to recall your member of parliament. Let them go back and study the constitution very well.
Okay. So, Mr. Dampha.
Yes.
The mayor is trying to say the very suggestion that you can recall an MP is out is really out of place, because it's just not possible by just jumping up and collecting signatures from voters. He said that the law it doesn't allow that. You have to do further things, right, such as a motion in parliament.
Of course, and it has to be voted by two-thirds of the parliament. And they don't even have the numbers that they can recall the members in Jimera.
How would you recall?
They don't have the numbers.
Are you just warning the MP to shut up before?
Let them try it.
Is that what you mean?
They will mislead themselves.
You know, Mr. Cham, really, we are not like such a people who will be howling and bowling without doing your proper work.
Okay.
We know that he is referring to the Act of Parliament. All right? When you want to recall somebody, a sitting National Assembly, you need to go through a process.
You all know that.
We know all those processes.
They don't know it.
I see.
They don't know it. They don't know it.
You know, one and the simplest one of those, that to go and collect 75% of electorate. That is one.
Right.
To sponsor a motion to the National Assembly to seek their endorsement and what we call Act of Parliament is there.
Yeah, but do you even have?
Is there.
They
And we
have
can
to
do that.
Do you have
And we can have two-thirds of majority there.
from the national?
Because yesterday, there was a parliamentary member who spoke against Alagi Sos Assassin.
And that was
Because he was saying he flouted the rule.
From which party?
You know, he's not having party at the moment.
No, it's from their party. It's from five of them.
No, it's not having a party.
Oh, it's
Even
an
the journalists throw the question that, are you supporting this? I said, no.
Okay.
I'm neutral. I'm not supporting anywhere now.
Okay.
But he was alluded to a lot of reasons why Alagi
Missed the point.
Missed the point. Did not do his homework thoroughly. So, you know, we are on track. We are very much aware of all the rules. When we are ready, you and Alagi will know either we know the rules or not.
Okay, there you go.
So
they will never recall Alagi Sow.
Okay,
when Yakumba won the case, they went to the radio station on Tranga FM, say that they will challenge, they will appeal again. Still now they don't appeal.
Well.
These people, they couldn't even have 1/3 of majority in Jimara. They just waste their time.
Okay, now
recently, all the key members of support of Barrow in Jimara, they have cross-carpet to GDC recently. We have the evidence and all documents. But because of this coronavirus, that's why we don't call the press conference and tell people that these guys now, they have cross-carpet to GDC. They don't have any support in Jimara. All the fighting is about GDC in Jimara, because it's very embarrassing that the sitting president, if you can't even win on your own area, they even support you. That's the problem.
Which is what I have.
That's the problem. That's why all the fighting.
Why are you so particular about GDC in Jimara particularly? Is it because you can't also live in the fact that you've been defeated at your own home, like President Barrow is defeated at the parliamentary elections, at the local government elections, and now he's doing everything possible to make sure that the NPP really has a foothold in Jimara.
You don't have base.
How are you going to manage that? Because apparently it's GDC's base anyway.
Yeah. That's a very good question. You know, quite contrary, we have to say, why are they so particular on us? Because we are not the one who spoke about the impeachment. Who started the case? No, it's from them.
Yeah, but
they are the one who have the nightmare.
But I think there was...
And now because they've seen...
There was another issue with Alagi. So was he not been arrested?
And with the councillor, when we won the elections.
And then the GDC accused your government of politically motivated harassment. That happened before. So there was a history.
Very well. I really want this question. I just want to raise the other one. You came up with another very interesting question. You know, that shows how tolerant and transparent nature of this government is. Yes. We all knew that before National Assembly members, you cannot even just do your oversight functions here in this country. There's a lot of executive interference in the day-to-day running of the activities.
Yes.
Everything was monopolized, was controlled by one person. But now, when that election was done, after much of the election, there was a crime. I don't know. There's something that had happened there. So some people among the President Barrow camp took the matter to police station. They said there was a crime that had happened there. They were accusing Alagi and the councillor of being taking part of those crimes. And it's their right to take the matter to police. And the police effected arrest on those people. Now when they investigated, they substantiated the claim to take them to court.
Okay.
And the matter was taken before the court.
Yes.
Now the case was going, and Attorney General was aware of it. He's the principal advisor to the president on legal matters.
Exactly.
When he studied the case, he saw to it that there's no enough evidence to proceed with the case. This is strongly a politically motivated case.
So the MPs were
What I'm saying, what I want to draw here, Attorney General could have continue with the case. To drag their foot, to drag their attentions or attention with people, or to waste their time. You can do that. They can be just forthcoming today, tomorrow, wasting their time, and make sure that you impede their political strength and speed by taking them to court every day and night. Adjoining the cases, you can have done that. You can do tactics to frustrate them.
Maybe that was the intention in the first place, picking them up.
But Attorney General came very strongly and very bold enough to say, let us drop this case. Because we don't want to repeat what has been happening here anymore. We can never intimidate our political opponents in this country. That shows how tolerance and adherence to the rule of law and to give chance to all political players in this country to do their job. Country belongs to Gambians. They have the right to choose whoever they want him to rule them. But you shouldn't subvert the opponent. That's what happened.
Okay, Jimara is just one flash point. I want to ask you people about other areas that are coming and your preparations and your understanding of the issues. In Kerr, the councillor who was elected on GDC ticket resigned. Our understanding of him, in fact, resigned much earlier than the National Assembly Select Committee's visit there. We discovered that the position should actually be filled again through a by-election. And then we are hearing also that in the Brikama area council, the chairman who was elected on the UDP ticket has been expelled from his party, and there's still confusion as to what follows next. Now, you being key political player, your party's been, very important groups in this matter. MC Cham, what happened in Kerr?
I think Kerr, what happened there is, I think Mr. Kerr was the councillor of the GDC. He resigned from the party. When he resigned from the party, we informed the IEC.
When he resigned?
Yeah, we informed the IEC. It was last year, November. 6 November last year. Yeah. So when we informed the IEC, they said that they have to wait for the chairman of the area council to write to them that that the guy have already resigned. So there was a pull and pull within the GDC and the IEC. Up to the level of GDC wrote a complaint to the Selecting Committee at the Assembly, National Assembly. Okay. They have to call the chairman and ask him why you don't inform the IEC that this guy have resigned from the GDC. Okay. According to the Local Government Act, if you resign from the GDC or political party, automatically you have to lose your seat. Yeah. So there was a pull and pull up to the level of the IEC. Just informed the chairman informed the IEC. So from there, the boy knew that automatically he have to lose the seat. He just make a fasting cover-up letter that he have resigned. Now he resigned his position as vice chairman. So from there, and I think that even the guy should also pay. He was receiving allowances for the past almost 1 year.
Oh, you mean the time he resigned?
Yeah, the time he resigned, he was.
But was his fault or the council or the IEC?
It's the fault of the IEC because if you look at the act, the act did not say that IEC should wait the council to inform them. According to the act, immediately the party informed the IEC. Automatically, IEC should announce the vacancy of the position.
They shouldn't wait for anybody
from the council. According to the act. But I don't know why IEC is doing this kind of games. It was a GDC. We make a lot of effort up to the level of even go to court with IEC. We are planning for that because we already discussed with our party lawyers that we have to go to court to IEC. But it was advised by the GDC member of parliament, Honorable Omar Sise, let's try to engage the committee of National Assembly so that they can call the chairman. That's what happened. Through the advice of Honorable.
And the vice chairman, the particular councillor, was elected on the GDC.
On the GDC, yeah.
All right. And his resignation is purportedly because he's gone to NPP.
NPP, yeah. He was.
Do you know anything about that? What happened?
And we even informed the Minister of Local Government. We wrote to the Minister of Local Government, the governor, and everybody.
They all dragged their foot.
Yes. To inform them.
Do you know, are you familiar with the case in Kerr? Because the IEC now confirmed that there should be a by-election there. Do you know what happened there? The councillor switched over to NPP or what happened?
Yeah, that's the hard fact, really. We know that the man,
Mr.
allegiance to NPP. That's the hard fact. Okay. Yeah, I am very much aware of it. And we are not afraid of any by-election.
Okay.
We're really waiting for them to settle their house and the dust be settled. Yes. And the date been announced, then we are ready to go. We are just waiting. We are not party to anything. Okay. Somebody who just comes to our camp, we cannot just show our back to the person. We have to welcome them. Everybody, anybody who is elected or not elected.
No matter the circumstances.
No matter the circumstances.
Oh, really?
And we are ready to back them. When it comes to by-election, we cannot retain the seat. I know that we are just prepared and fully prepared, waiting for them.
This is GDC.
NPP will never. They will. NPP is a political party without any structure, and they will never win any election in this country.
You know, my colleague is always
You
like
are
this.
going to
NPP is NPP.
Now listen, your turn will come. MC, you are fond of get crashing, so please wait for your turn.
You see, it's his nature. If you don't control your program, then your audience or your viewers
he's not going to cross over anymore.
All right. Then what I'm saying, we have no problem. We are very much comfortable waiting. Either ways. If IC says tomorrow is by election, we are ready. If it says that we're going to wait till next month, we are waiting.
Okay.
So we just want them to settle their house, to put their house in order.
Even the IEC?
Either it's from IEC, DDC, with Mr. Khan. Either he's still with them, or he's still, he's not with them, or he's returning his vice chairmanship, or he's always want to, get rid of vice chairmanship, and he's still with the GDC as the councillor.
Exactly.
Then we are waiting for them to settle the dust.
Okay.
When the things is clear,
there is no dust now.
He was saying that they want to take the matter to court.
No, you have to keep quiet.
No, he was saying
if Mr. Khan actually finally decided that he's going to go to NPP, which I think is his ambition now, would he be selected by the NPP to contest this seat again?
100%. That's what I'm saying. The same person, the same position. We're going to re-elect him as NPP councillor. We are very much confident of it.
He was elected by the GDC. When the coalition were contesting 7 of them, he won them. What more confident that without the coalition, only one NPP, which has not even have a foot stamp on the country, will win it? How confident are you?
That's what I'm saying.
Are you so confident?
That's what I'm saying. Coalition was led by President Barrow. NPP, as we speak now, our interim party leader is President Barrow.
I'm saying.
So there's no much difference.
I'm saying the coalition with 7 of them together.
Yes.
The GDC won this seat.
Very well.
All right.
Comfortably.
Now the coalition is split.
Yes.
The NPP is not even Christian.
Yes.
Hardly Christian.
Yes.
What makes you confident you're going to win that?
What makes me confident because the chairman, the councillor is the one who is working hand in glove with the local authority.
I get your point.
So now,
It's
when
the councillor that's electable.
he is motivated by his own electorate.
Okay.
He has the backing of his electorate. He's not doing things blindly like that. He did his homework.
Okay, I get the point.
Are
you saying that the councillor, by virtue of his own individual competence, is electable?
One. Is electable. 2.
And he has read the mood of the people. And now they know.
And he had the advice.
They
are fed up. They are sick and tired from being GDC member. They want him to switch the allegiance to NPP. So if you see the councillor is bold enough to announce his resignation from his party that sponsored him, you know that he did his homework thoroughly.
Good. Now, Mr. Cham, you painted a scenario that is really mind-boggling to people who are following the Brikama Area Council case. According to you, the Act says once an elected official is expelled or resigned from the party that elected him automatically, which of course the IEC themselves confirmed. But now, the whole Gambia is waiting for the council to write to the IEC. That's what the IEC said they are waiting for. You are saying that's unnecessary.
That's wrong.
That's wrong?
That's wrong.
So what will
immediately the party informed the IEC that Mr. X has been expelled, like Sri Sonko has been expelled from the UDP. Automatically, the IEC would announce the post for vacant for election by 2 months.
They didn't do that. We actually expected Joe Gomez
of course.
That's
the law.
But we did that to Samuel Njai of the Chief Electoral Officer, and he said they are waiting for the council or an oversight body, which means Ministry of Local.
How can the minister will not do that?
The minister wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we will do that, of course. And I think that even
and the
GDC,
chairman himself, the man who's head the chair, or rather the council, is the chairman.
Is the chairman. So automatically, and I think that about the Jokadu area, I think Essa Dampha should go and revisit that ground very well.
No, we'll go to that area very well.
Thank you.
We will discuss why he is so confident. But Essa, Mr. Cham has just said that, in fact, what is happening in Brikama is nonsense. The chairman should have packed up immediately, according to law, after his party expelled him. Are you familiar with that? Why is the chairman still there, according to you?
Yes, the country is governed by the laws. You cannot just go somewhere else and just evict someone he should be evicted by the law, by the written document, written letter.
Yeah,
The concerned authorities.
But even the IEC said the mere fact that he's been expelled by the party means practically his position is no longer tenable now.
Then
but they have to wait for a formal notification from the council.
My question is, now who is the concerned authority to act, to make the man vacate the seat at the moment? Who is the concerned authority?
The Brikama Area Council or the Minister of Local Government.
Very well, but Minister of the Brikama Area Council, I've seen the CEO wrote a letter to reply to a letter that was sent to him by the UDP.
And what did he say?
He said he had no authority to lock down the key, the doors of the chairman. He has not that authority. It's not his jurisdiction. It's mandate. According to the reply that I saw from the
UDP asking the CEO to do that? Or?
To do that. Mm-hmm. Yes, because he was replying and he just put the caption of the letter, reply on your letter, dated this, requesting for me to do this and this, which is beyond my responsibility.
As the CEO?
As CEO. Okay. So me, I cannot do this. It's beyond my limit. Now they should have done their homework to know where now they're going to just lodge the complaint to.
According to the IEC, the council, which in this case, because of course the chairman's position is no longer tenable, the vice chairman or the authorities there, or the authorities oversight, the Minister of Local Government, should do it. They're still not doing it. Are they just because they absolutely, if they are the ones who to do it, they wouldn't be keen to do it because it's a member of their party now, since he's supposed to have gone to NPP.
You know me,
so is the government, is the NPP, the government dragging their foot on what obviously should happen because it fits them politically?
You know, we all in this country, we all enjoy now total independence of the judicial system of this country. We all enjoy that one now. Either you ruling party or opposition party. You can always resort to courts for redress of anything that you think that is infringing of your right or the right of your party. Nothing is stopping you to do that. For me, what concerns me as politicians, we are just preparing our ground for either ways. If IC said tomorrow is by election, we are ready. If IC said it's not their mandate to evict Sirifo, council say it's not their mandate to evict Sirifo, even they say the UDP or any other party like GDC did not have any other means to resort to redress their case, let them stick to be crying baby, to be just crying. Because they all know what to do. If they know what to do, let them do that. But court is here for redress. You see that your right has been infringed by any other person, even the government. I think we just alluded to your case right now.
So is that the tactic of the NPP to frustrate the process and force the UDP to go to courts and the case drag on so that Mr. Sonko will continue until he finishes his term?
Actually,
is that the strategy?
Actually, we have no hand as far as NPP is concerned. We are zero hand in this.
But the Minister of Local Government should be NPP.
And he's the treasurer of the NPP. And he's the treasurer of the NPP.
Listen, he's the treasurer of the
NPP.
So what I'm saying,
he's a member of the NPP.
Whenever the question is directed to me, he wants to interject, and I can do the same.
No, I warn him.
I
will expel him out.
All right. Me, I am here to answer all critics that you managed to throw. You know, minister is political appointee.
Yes.
We all know that one.
Yeah. And he's
but
that's
a technocrat that is behind the scene, like PS. All the administrative directive is to be addressed to PS of local government. What is stopping the UDP or any other camp to write to PS?
We write to PS.
If they think that, no,
during our case.
No.
Now listen now.
They can write to the.
I'm saying, why do we have to go all that when the council can merely write or the minister can write?
Why council did not write? We have no
because they are interested in Mr. Sonko keeping his post.
That's what I'm saying. If they think that if UDP or any other party GDC think that is the interest of the council or the interest of the minister or the interest of IEC.
But if I were,
let me come.
No, if I were
I want to put this thing.
If I were the PS or the minister and the law said I should act when this thing happened, do I have to wait for those people to go to court to get me to act?
Law did not confer to minister
or
the chairman. No, it conferred to IEC.
No, but the IEC.
They are the umbrella body.
No, the IEC said they need notification from the council or the oversight of the council.
But now the party wrote to IEC. Am I not right?
Yes.
Now it's the duty of IEC to do their investigation. Why they don't have a letter from the council declaring that the seat should be vacant? Because the party notified them already. We expel our member. It should be their role.
So you are saying
to do their oversight function. The law give them mandatory.
So you are saying that the IEC should also exercise the powers they have to get the authorities to write to them.
What is stopping them? Okay. It shouldn't be limited.
That's a good point.
It shouldn't be limited.
That's a good point. Mr. Kole, of course, is a no-show today from the IEC. We were expecting him to. Okay, Mr. Cham is doubting your confidence in Kerjarga ward. You said you are sure that Mr. can will retain his seat on the NPP ticket. He said no, that's not possible. Tell us why?
No, I think what I was saying, Dampha, as an NPP political party, the party did not have a structure. They don't have full executive committee as a political party.
Well, they said they are waiting for a Congress.
No, how can they? If you are, when GDC was registered in 2016, we don't go to Congress, but we have executive, we have structure in place.
Your style is different.
A political party, you need to have a, Mr. Cham, no, you need to have your, you need to have a structure in place.
That's what they are saying.
As I'm speaking to you, they don't even have a chairman in Jokado. So how can you win that elections, that area?
Well,
you cannot
even they know about the party.
No, the boy was elected based on GDC.
I see.
That's why we were chilling all our candidates. If I told you have confidence that you can win election without the GDC, you resign. The party support you. Yes. It's because of that's why you be a councillor or member of parliament. So in Jokard, it's a strong base of GDC during the presidential elections. Korebu Kande won there comfortably. National Assembly, we have the MP. Our MPs were from Jokadu, Salifu Jao. So we have the council, we have the structure in place, we have the support base in place. So what these people are, these NPP people, they are just matter of, they don't even have structure.
But are they not confident? Because even without those structures, listen, even without those structures, they've been able to snatch your people. I mean,
can I come? Political parties.
Yes.
You can be a member of the executive committee, but you cannot even have the influence. Or you were handling the position. You were handling the position. No, allow me to learn. Allow me to learn. No, I think you have to allow me to learn.
That's the common criticism against the GDC.
No, it's not common criticism against GDC.
Anytime somebody leaves your party,
Mr. Cham.
No influence.
No, it's not about no influence. You can be part of the member as a committee. You never participate. You never attend GDC activities.
Okay.
When do you heard that Governor Pui was the campaign member of the GDC when he resigned from the party?
But why do you keep him there then?
Because he was at Congress. You cannot remove him like that unless Congress. Many people handle the position of a political party. I can tell you, political party is not about the executive committee. It's about the supporters.
Okay.
When Jammeh was lost in the elections, it was the supporter who was leaving the APS and joined GDC.
Exactly.
But the executive committee of APS was intact. They were with Jammeh. They were going with Jammeh. And every time we were with Jammeh. But the supporter of the party was leaving the party to support GDC. So if political party is having problem, it's about the supporters. Whenever you see the supporters, you are now losing your support basis automatically. But people have the opportunity to be member of the committee. I'm the new president of the GDC. 1,000 people are in GDC. They can do the better job than me. But just have the opportunity to be in the position.
If you leave today,
even Mama Kandi resign the GDC, the party is going to move. If Honorable Kandi resign from the GDC, we're going to move as a party.
I see.
It's not about the executive committee. It's about the supporters. And the GDC as a party, our support base is increasing. People have the confidence of the party. That's why, despite people are leaving the GDC,
even when executive members are going.
That's not. Some of them, if you ask them, that's why I challenge yesterday.
In Brikama,
yesterday, I challenge President Barrow at one radio station that somebody who leave the GDC or any political party member of the committee, tell that individual to bring 5 or 10 people from GDC to NPP. They cannot do it. They can't even mobilize their own house.
The deputy leader who resigned from Brikama.
Do you know that guy? You don't even know the guy.
You don't know.
Do you know that guy? You don't even know him.
I didn't know him.
They were just handling the position like that, but they were not even doing the job.
Get them out and get people who would
you cannot remove them because they were by the Congress. You must be up to Congress.
So they were dead you were waiting for.
Many of them are they handling the position of the executive committee, but they are not delivering. You have supporters who are not members of the executive committee. They are mobilizing every day, bringing people on board. People are leaving GDC, but many people are also coming to GDC.
I see.
Politics is just like a vehicle.
And according to you, those who matters are the ones coming.
It's supporters. For me.
And those are the ones coming.
Yes.
For example, you talk about others in Jimara who came.
Jimara, we have many of them. Many of them. It's not only Jimara. The entire country. Okay. People are leaving Barrow camp because what they were expecting at Barrow, what happened? Barrow cannot win election. This NPP is only 1 year party. They just go for elections. From there, they were going to lose elections, and the party is finished. Because the way they've structured the party, they have misled Gambian people. What they were saying and what was happening is quite different. Because what I think you journalists need to ask that question to the IEC. When Joe was here, I will ask that question to Joe.
Yeah,
because President Barrow was independent candidate. Yeah. He resigned from the UDP, and he was backed by a political party as independent. He was backed by a group of people. Yeah. Independent candidate, and he presented himself as independent. Yes. The mandate was not end, And at the same time, we now see President Barrow a leader of a political party. How can one individual be a leader of an NPP, at the same time a leader of an independent candidate?
No, but the problem is an independent is not registered political
But
party.
Why he resigned from
the law says you cannot belong to two political parties.
Why he resigned?
Independent is not a political
Why
party.
he resigned from the UDP and to be an independent?
No, he resigned from the UDP because that was a condition of the coalition.
That's a betrayal.
No, but independent is not registered as a
No.
party.
But when he went to IEC, he went there as independent.
Yes.
He presented his manifesto as independent.
But it's not a
But he was backed by political parties.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, independent is not a party. If he was put there by UDP or DOI, he would have quit UDP.
But one individual, you cannot lead a coalition government and at the same time be a political party and you have resigned from your party.
Now, the thing is, what matters now, what could change his position is how did he get elected? He elected as an independent by coalition,
And backed
which is not registered as a party.
by a political party.
Yeah.
And those parties, they don't resign, political parties. And he was lead all of them because we have seen they went to the State House that they want to extend the mandate of the president for 5 years.
The problem is the coalition was not a political party. So anybody can get coalition backing,
But
and you are not a member of a political party.
But one individual, for me, I stand in my position, one individual, you cannot be a leader of an independent group and at the same time a leader of a political party.
Okay, we'll subject that to interpretation. But my understanding is because coalition was not a party, he can belong to the coalition and belong to any party within the coalition. But let's talk now about Nyamina West, because we understand. We regret that the IEC are not here. They promised to be here, but they would have enlightened us more. But then, according to their latest statement, was that they are going to hold by-elections in Kerr and Nyamina West whenever the government's directives on the corona restrictions are lifted. That was what they said. Now, Nyamina West, West. And MPP, when we last talked to them, they said at the time, Dundu Sano said, well, he didn't know whether they will contest, but he would love to have the seat. And the GDC said they are going to maintain the seat. But that was their area, won by Honorable So, who died. Okay, what is NPP's preparation? Oh, as you said, you are prepared for any time.
Thank you very much. Before coming to Nyamin, I just wanted to say one or two words about the Jokado issue. My friend has alluded for now. Kerr, I think so. Chairman, Yai Compin, it's just a nomenclature. It doesn't make any beer. And he even what I'm saying, he even concurred with me. He just even, I think, he wanted to deviate, but end of the day, he just came to the light. He was saying, either chairman or position, supporter base is what is important. Yeah. And he just accused us, the party is not yet even having a chairman. Yeah. So what is the difference between the two? He said the chairman, they are not important. And I said, we cannot be we don't have any structure, we don't have But I want to draw his attention to, when President Barrow was winning 2016 election, there was no chairman that backed him. It was only 2 weeks campaign. Yes. We did not campaign under any chairmanship or under regional chairman.
No, but there's a party. Party has a structure. There was a party.
That's what I'm saying. As a coalition, when we are campaigning, we are not campaigning based on a party platform or party ticket. We campaign based on the coalition ticket with combination of parties. Yeah, so there is no party chairman, a single party chairman or coalition chairman in those regions.
But those parties already have their chairman.
That's what I'm saying. Even yet still, how many people that works with us, how many chairmen do defect to us from the organized parties who are now running our day-to-day affairs in those constituencies and those regions? And they are with us, the same people.
But how much effect in terms of negativity does that have from where they came from?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you assess that too?
I've assessed it. I've assessed the situation. And I come to the conclusion that they crippled those parties 100 times.
Really?
Yes, because the party that you're serving for more than 1 decade as chairman or 5 years as a chairman, and you've registered a success. You've seen that you are succeeding in those parties. And now you defect with your seat as chairman to MPP as a chairman to those positions or those places.
And replaced by another person.
Now, who will downplay your efforts?
But did you go with people?
We went with them. So this is what I'm saying. We are very much confident to retain those seats or to win those seats in Jokado or whatever, or whenever or wherever we are contesting within the jurisdiction of the Gambia. Anywhere in this country, any election, being alcalosip, chieftaincy, chairmanship, or
whatever,
councillorship, whatever,
and presidents.
That's the hot cake. So we just want to be assured, or to assure our esteemed viewers and our party supporters or sympathizers or general public that we are here to stay. I'm 100% contradicting his assertions. That is a one-year party or something like that. Our party is a national party. It's not about individual or region or something like that. We did our homework thoroughly. That's why we assigned the president to register a party under our name. Okay? That's a National People's Party. So what matters here is about people. People are the one who have their vote. They are the one who can just elect or remove you from the office. So if you have those people, then you go and relax. To correct him, why President Barrow resigned from, as you rightly mentioned, he resigned from his party in order to assume the mantle of leadership of the coalition, based on the coalition agreement. Because they don't want one party to lead the coalition. That's why he agreed to resign. Okay? But he did not resign because of the law has pressed him. He could have said, I'm going to go with my party, like UDP flag bearer. Everybody support me. UDP, this thing. But coalition, they put him as one of the conditions that he should resign so that he can be a unifier. Everybody can see yourself in him. Exactly. And now, he is an independent. He can join anywhere he wants.
Exactly.
He can join any party he wants. He can just come to one room and be, now I'm the MP. But we don't do things like, because why, the fundamental reasons why we register this party is to change the narrative. It's not going to be like we just want to jump into politics like any other person is doing.
What narrative?
We want to change automatically.
What narrative are you changing?
We've been seeing here over and over.
Is it not a simple case that President Barrow is no longer accepted in his party because they felt he betrayed him, and you needed party? You cannot go to GDC. You cannot go to DOI. So you need to create one of your own.
It's very different.
So what
Who will stop President Barrow to contest again as independent? Who will stop him?
Why did he?
Who will stop him to contest as an independent candidate?
If he chooses.
If he chooses. Who will stop?
Nobody.
Then that should not be a yardstick to say he have to just have to be in order to be re-elected. He could have said, no, I'm going to maintain the momentum. That will even be welcomed by many people, many of his supporters. Because as many parties still existing with their party, they are in the government, they are backing him. So that will just, be very conducive for those people to come again and say, okay, he's still independent. So why all of us will see ourselves in
why
it.
not that?
So that's not the reasons. But why we registered this party is automatically to change the narrative, the political landscape of this country. Why? We've seen here over and over, more than decades, people who registered the party, who been the party's flag bearer or secretary general, they are the one, they are how many over and over. No change of leadership. Very few, except you see DOI. Okay, even though, but others, they are the same face will be surfacing here and there every time.
Which others?
Which
others?
Like
countless.
Like PPP.
PPP happens. It happens. It happens to UDP. Even NCP. NCP.
So you are trying to say.
So we just want to set the pace.
You are trying to say that today.
Our internal democracy.
President Barrow. But
our internal democracy. Some parties name their parties that they are Democrats. They are Democrats.
Listen, do you want to believe that come 2021, anybody apart from Barrow can contest for NPP?
Even I want to make this thing crystal clear here. No, let me come.
You want to say that's possible?
I want to make this thing crystal clear.
I want
to make it. Let me just make my word here. It's very possible. People will be supported to contest for the flag bearership of NPP against President Barrow.
And do you expect
they will all go for our Congress and showcase their what they can offer to the party and to the government people. If you pull more vote, then
and you expect anybody else from Barrow to be elected at that Congress?
It could happen. We don't close our doors. We want to change the narrative. That's what I'm saying.
Then people
we want to make sure that we enlighten our party.
Then he wouldn't have said, I have formed my party NPP.
So what I'm saying, we can no longer continue to blindfold people.
Now let's go.
We'll be only following you like
let's put the politics now behind. Finally, I want your thoughts on the government's handling of COVID-19 now. Well, the GDC have always accused the government of politicizing it. Not long ago, I had the GMC leader also saying that the president should not politicize the COVID funds, etc., etc. So far, we have seen that various groups have come up helping in one way or the other, the councils, municipalities, and other things, and other groups, individual people have come. But people are still waiting for that package to come from the Gambia government. by way of cushioning some of the hardships that will come because of the emergency. From your points as a member of the NPP, which by and large is the ruling party now, when are you expecting government to intervene in terms of relief?
That's a very important question. You know, just first and foremost, where I'm going to start is like, Gambia is not an exception when it comes to struggling of global
you mean the
countries.
The challenges
posed by COVID upon all the countries, everybody, all the head of states in this world. You know, when you just watch their news or you read their articles, you see people are complaining about you don't act fast, you don't do this. It was like this is it took everybody by shock. Something as we say, a visitor that is unforeseen visitor. Yeah. All right. So something that comes to you incidentally without doing any plan. So you see yourself into it. So now it depends on how you approach it. And anybody or any country, they know that.
And that approach is what the people.
What our first step was, first and foremost, President said, all hands should be on deck to fight this COVID. That's why he said all political activities or social gatherings should put to halt. We all focus our attention to this pandemic, which is very serious. First intervention was to allocate 500 million for health sector. Yeah. Because before you talk about wealth, you should talk about health first. That's why he just prioritized that one. Okay? Even though before the parliament was convened to ratify it, he did that one. Okay. And every day the parliament was convened, then they ratified the thing, and they also asked how those funds are going to be managed. And it was very clear to everybody in the Gambia now, based on the explanation and the narration of the Minister of Health together with the Minister of Finance, how those funds will be allocated and how going to be. I think many people are satisfied now. Now the burning issue, the contentious issue is about the relief packages now. Yes. What we need to make crystal clear here, Gambia, we are not in lockdown. We are not in total lockdown. We are not in curfew. All right? Our state of public emergency is in categories. It does not take all angles. Yeah. So, but nonetheless, even though 25% of the population are affected, then they should relieve the packages. They should relieve whatever should take. And we are interlinked also in the Gambia here. One way or the other, we are affected. Today, if you are not affected here, maybe your relatives are up, or they will all rely on you. Exactly. I'm no longer doing my business. Now give me this. Yeah. So you are directly or indirectly affected. Exactly. So now, what we wanted to do, the minister came with the proposal to the assembly that based on the statistics that is at our disposal at the moment, over 286 to 87,000 households are existing in the Gambia here. But that one happens before the outbreak of coming of this pandemic. Yeah. Maybe today you can take your family. Yeah. Tomorrow this guy can come and take his family. Okay. After the census. Yeah. So now they wanted to make a correct data so that will fit in everybody. So that's what. And it's going to be everybody. It's not about to imagine that to say URR will have. That's what they are. CRR will have. They are working on that. And now we are at the tail end of that. Okay. So very soon, so at least 800 million or 1 billion will be allocated for those relief. We will not be marginalized or segregated or be used as politically motivated. It's a national, because the money belongs to all of us. Oh, yes. Because the ministers have said that one, the 500 million is from our budget, the 21 billion is allocated for the that will to be spent for the entire year. They are working on it. They are working on it. And when it comes, and that's why the government also sent the disaster management agency to go and ascertain the damage caused, and also there will be a relief also for the businesses. And how the business will also be compensated. Yes, that's also is part of it. So that's also part of it. Yeah. Okay. People also one thing to clarify, we've seen a lot of money being announced, IMF and this and that they are pledging. Yeah. Some of this money, minister made it clear yesterday. They are not coming straight to the minister. They are not coming straight. Some of them they are not coming directly. They are coming to the accountant general. Or some of them they are not coming, daily like that. It could come maybe 1 year or 6 months or this. Okay. So many people think that everything is here. Like you, according to you, the handling of the COVID crisis by government is perfect, because we are also learning from other countries. It happens here. When everybody was saying that Senegalese people, they having 5,000 something like that, and they all rose there. And end of the day, what had happened?
Ambassador said
It wasn't like that. So we don't want to misinform people and give them hope.
So as far as
This
he-
what will happen,
as
and
far
we
as
do
he's
not put our house in order.
Obviously, he said the government's handling is perfect about the COVID. I know you didn't agree. How would the GDC government would have approached this?
Personally, I'm not agree. I really disagree with my brother, because I think the government should prepare early state. When GDC was, we wrote a press release on the 2nd of March. By the time President Bora was with Essa, they were advising making a political tour. We urged him to cut his trip and come back to Banjul and discuss with the cabinet.
Essa and Barrow were in URR.
URR making a political tour. So when GDC was very concerned about it, and we also stopped all our political activities. By the time Senegal have already registered one case in Senegal. So when President Barrow came to Banjul, he was just the second day just go with his delegate Dakar with almost 40-man delegates in Dakar
to a hotspot.
For Senegambian conference.
You didn't hear that, Dampha?
Yeah, so all these people, they were not prepared. When we had that China was in Italy, they were having this kind of case. So the government, I think, asked for almost 4 weeks. You tell people it's an emergency, stay at home. You know, even anything now, you are collecting database and other things. Those are things that very cheap.
Very easy.
Yeah, very easy. I think
small
that
population.
you have a regional, you have a chairman, you have your municipalities. Why don't you engage them, discuss with them? They know the households in their municipalities. Before taking them for almost 4 weeks. People are struggling. So this despite
Maybe because the municipalities are opposition led, so they don't want to consult.
No, you engage them despite they're in opposition. Talk to them, because this is a national concern for everyone. It's not about whether you are in UDP or GDC or the government, because everybody now is concerned. That's why we cancel all our political activities. Even the political parties, they contribute lots toward this.
But the president said political parties and leaders are welcome to join him in the fight. We didn't see any one of them.
No, if
taking
you
the challenge. We saw lawyer Davos said he set up a so-called food bank. GDC came out with various statements, but nobody went to state and say, okay, what do you want?
The president should call them. Like,
but he made a call on the radio.
He said that he acknowledged them. Their
he said
efforts.
on the radio that they are welcome.
Yeah, but how can you make a process how to welcome them?
No,
because you cannot just come to the state house like that.
If you contact the presidential advisor and said, okay.
We cannot, the presidential advisors to do their role. That's why to do their job.
But
But unfortunately, we have an advisor that they cannot even advise the president. If you are political advisors or president advisor, you have to engage the political party leaders. Now, Mr. President, why don't we call the political leaders? Let them come on board. We discuss with them so that they can share their ideas. But we have a political advisor. Those people, they are just there to condemn people. But they are not advising the government. So for me, the way the government handled this coronavirus for me is very slow. They are not proactive. Personally, everybody disappointed with this government.
About it. Well, that's about it, Essa. Essa Dampha of the NPP, MC Cham Jr. of the opposition Gambia Democratic Congress. Thank you very much for coming on the brunch. We were expecting Joe Colley, communications and training director at the IEC, to enlighten us about the saga in Brikama and the updates on the by-elections in Nyamina West and Kerr Ward, but unfortunately he didn't make it. I'm sure next week before we can do, as you can see, one between me and Dampha and MC Cham, and let's not go to crowds if we can avoid them. And if we are going to the crowd, let's put on a mask and let's not shake hands. Somebody told me he was in Gunjur yesterday, somebody was in Tanje, and people were just, they were just doing as they were doing. Nobody self-distances, everybody's shaking hands. That is irresponsible.
No, they have seen it at the minister when the official was giving them check of $12 million.
They shook hands.
Yeah, all of them, they were together. If there's no distance, so you cannot tell people. Yeah, so
they always point out anything.
No. What I just want to wrap it up. I have a lot of interjections to it. You know what happened?
No, you see, you want to prolong the situation.
The point is, I just want to make it 1 second. You know, any responsible government should do your job, but every responsible citizens also should protect their job.
And that's what
that
makes it
work. But the
government
should set the example.
What the president did.
The government should set the example.
When he was spearheading the...
You cannot advise people, and the same thing you are doing.
Of the judges. What did he? What did he do?
What the vice president?
So this is the head of state.
What the vice
not
president?
The minister, not
what
the
vice? What the vice president?
The head of state.
The vice president.
Should be the role model.
All right.
The vice president.
The head of state.
You are
So
talking
all what they are saying.
About the observance of self-discipline.
Yes.
Yes, we saw the when the constitutional draft was being presented, that was self-distance, etc. So
when they were presenting the check of 12 million.
he just criticized because of criticism.
No. None of the vice president wasn't observed. That's true. They were all queuing.
That should not stop you from acknowledging the performance of the president.
Let them be transparent to Gambian people. Let them not cook figures about this virus. Let them be transparent to the Gambian people, particularly the Minister of Health.
Transparency is there.
Let them be transparent. It's only in Gambia whereby people are denying of having the virus. It's only in Gambia. That need to be very much. They need to be transparent to Gambia. Let them not cook figures.
Okay. Now we have a point. we must leave this at a point. We will certainly come back next week, and until we do so, thank you very much for following us wherever you are in the world.
yara ñilla domoro ka diate
boy janno sikes restaurant
e say nakko be ninna dimbal nimbe domoro kala janno
domoro seneyata adiyata topotoro fanan kendema bije luntan during tamala abeka domoro ki janni adi manda wala de teka we bijele anim fanan ka fadi jang ikono e fa e ka fa minne ko pastry anim bakery iko fanan be kalele badde lomba conference lomba workshop lomba ye fo fendin lon dunia kono domoro betama nyillom international o toda number 1
amanke ba domola jandama
esa domo jang is atariya
wo mu kubandi
sa nakko sa futandin
oto sa nakko be mu sikes restaurant
dafa na janna mu yat ni manje dorom bija
aban
CK's Restaurant, known for best quality food and customer satisfaction.
Miss B Designer Outlet is the #1 quality and affordable stop shop for all your needs. Get your evening dresses, suit and ties, office wears for both ladies and gentlemen, beach wears, sport wears, pure leather shoes for men, quality belts, bags, heels for our beautiful ladies, original perfumes, accessories, and a lot more. Find us at Kololini Road opposite Gaddafi Mosque at the Aqua Bridge Station, or call us on 295-3411 or 764-2486. Miss B Designer Outlet. Shop right, look good.
Love like fire. Wow. Love like fire. Xam ngeen rek affaire bi xam ngeen fan la? Skincare la 2020 lañ wax de. Waaw. Fii nag mooy Kerr fan Kerr zero tache. Perfect skin. Skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek loo lañ soxlaati rek maanaam bu ngeen am problème ci seen skin ngeen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal ba la ka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi defee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw fii ngeen di ñëw Skincare Plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indilee products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon ne dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñun ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase ñu ngi dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen ne lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skincare products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bentee tamit si ay dàll man waaye man nag skin care mooy sama specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reiner Kiwi Eye the whole range Lighten Up Gold Tomatine I mean the list can just go on and on and on and on lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox skin care plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu nga United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek am nañ perfumes you know fragrances men's shirts accessories we do dresses as well we do blouses I mean we do shoes name it we do them Skincare Plus 2020 is our year of perfection zero task fi mu nekk nii réew mi fii kenn waratu fi task kenn waratu fi am problème kanam kenn waratu fi am problème yu picca boo ko amee dafa fekk ne rek ñëwuloo ci place bi fii